Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
Supreme Upholstery Limited is a manufacturer of quality bespoke upholstered furniture. Come along with your ideas for that perfect sofa to fit your home and let Supreme bring your ideas to fruition. We also offer a service to the contract market, including large hotel groups and small family-run business. No matter how large or how small your order, you will always get that personal service from our sales team. Come along and visit our showroom.
Hello to you all and welcome to the Irish in the UK. Coming up on the show this week, Stephen Davis from St Finbarrs GAA club in Coventry, along with some of his club members, have been extremely busy in building a new food bank. They are trying to support the vulnerable Irish people in Coventry who are isolated and on lockdown at this moment in time. We'll be having some fantastic Irish dancing from two world champions. But first up, Liverpool Irish Community Care Merseyside have joined forces with other community groups right across the Northwest to provide support for vulnerable Irish people during the coronavirus. The group is called Cara.
Cara, as you know, is the Irish, it's the Gaelic word for friend, and we thought Cara would be an apt name for our partnership because friendship is all about supporting each other, looking out for each other and caring for each other. And what better way for us to have a caption that captures all of it? Irish community groups to get together caring for each other. We're information and advice support organisation, and we began to have initial discussions with the John Mitchell's group way before COVID around how we can work together as community groups across Merseyside to support people who are isolated and vulnerable. Initially those conversations happened, and then suddenly we were in COVID lockdown. We looked at a model in Leeds that Leeds communities were doing together, and we thought, you know what? We can adapt that to here in the Northwest. So we set about having conversations with our partners, with the Brian Boru Club in Wigan, with Kiltus Kiltory, with the Gaelic clubs, both John Mitchell's and Wolf Tones, with the Irish Centre, with Liverpool Irish Festival, with the Institute of Irish Studies, with Mersey Harps Football Club and with Shenanigans. And we also connected up with Irish Community Care Manchester because they thought they're our nearest neighbours and let's see how we can all connect in the Northwest. So those were the beginnings of a discussion, and I think that discussion happened the last week in March, and here we are now. We launched Cara on the 17th of April and we're now on the 6th of May, and we have recruited over 60 volunteers and we're delivering support, very practical and emotional support to people in our communities. It's a fantastic achievement in a short period of time. It took a while to set up, and we spent a bit of time getting the infrastructure stuff right, but it works really simply now. If you know somebody who might need a bit of support, and a lot of us are isolated, a lot of us are disconnected with family and friends, and it's not just about older people, it's about younger people. We've got a massive student population in the city, some of whom won't have been able to go home before lockdown and are stuck in the city maybe without a job. So if you know of somebody or you yourself need a wee bit of support, you can just pick up the phone and immediately one of our members of staff will take all the details and connect up with a fantastic group of volunteers who are waiting on the call or the WhatsApp for whatever task is to be done. We know that in our communities there are so many people who may have a phone, may not have a phone, but if they have a phone, they don't know how to, all the potential of that phone. For example, FaceTime, for example, Zoom, sort of all the different stuff that you can do with a bit of tech. So one of the programs we're looking at, and it's very early days yet, is to see how we can get our volunteers to connect with those who might need a bit of support in talking through how to use your tech better. And if you haven't got tech, then seeing if we can explore opportunities to get somebody maybe a loan of a laptop or a phone or a computer, just so that they can connect a bit better with family and also connect with the amazing range of activities that are going on online.
I joined Irish Community Care in February as part of something called the Directions Programme, which is funded by the European Social Fund. And it's about helping people to improve their literacy, whether that's reading, writing or online literacy, and to get more confident about going back to education or work or volunteering themselves or anything like that. And then the lockdown happened and my role changed to still deal with a lot of the same service users, but helping in a more basic way, more basic supports around food access, especially assisting people because so much stuff went online that then people needed extra support to access, you know, food, shopping, deliveries, all that kind of thing online. But also we're working through Cara with the wider Irish community. So people maybe who just feel like they're not able to queue the way that you have to now, or that they're not confident about public transport. All the brilliant volunteers that we have organised a system for people to do shopping on behalf of the wider Irish community and our own service users who feel maybe that they're just not confident about being out and about under the current circumstances. And then people who are experiencing financial difficulties, either they've been furloughed or they have ongoing difficulties, that we can help with accessing food banks and all the brilliant support that's just popped up in response to the circumstances.
I am Health and Wellbeing Project Coordinator for Sláinte and we work in partnership with Irish Community Care, and we deliver a range of health and wellbeing activities for the Irish and Irish traveller communities. We transformed the garden a few years ago, which you were here, and you've seen how well the volunteers worked and all the great work that they did. And we've recently been funded for an extra 3 years by the National Lottery Community Fund. That was an amazing positive outcome. What we're trying to do is to embrace intergenerational working. So we have a lot of older people that use the Irish Centre, and we do have a lot of younger people who have more recently become involved with Sláinte, a lot of students, a total mixture of age groups, a total mixture of people from all different walks of life, and that's exactly what we want. So people can share stories, share their knowledge and share all their experiences. And the Liverpool Irish Centre is a very welcome and safe place. So we work with a lot of vulnerable people as well. So people who might have experienced homelessness issues, people with dementia, people with maybe mental health issues. People can just come for a cup of tea and a chat, and we just want to always make sure that people are made feel welcome. Because of the activities and events that we provide through Sláinte and the Irish Centre and Irish Community Care, we can provide a happy experience, an enjoyable experience where they're connecting with like-minded people in a safe place.
I have been working with Cara through Wolftones GAA. I've been helping vulnerable members of the community with their shopping and collecting prescriptions and medication for those that need it most in the community.
I got involved with Cara through Wolftones football club. The chairperson of the football team got in touch with the Cara Association in order to help through the COVID-19 times. It It involves making essential trips for vulnerable service users, such as getting their shopping or prescriptions, etc. And I feel it's very rewarding and it's very beneficial for the community and for myself.
Hello, it's Misha Conor MacDonald from Shenanigans Pub in Tidebarn Street. We've been involved with Irish Community Care for many years now, and we were delighted to get involved with the Cara project, reaching out to the community and vulnerable people during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Absolutely great to see all the Irish community groups come together in this time of crisis, especially through the Cara project here in Liverpool. Cultist musicians and singers have been busy posting a lot of material online to help keep people connected with their Irish culture at this time, and our volunteers are out there trying to support and make contact with the vulnerable Irish community here in Merseyside.
I knew about Irish Community Care through Bridge McDade, so I instigated a meeting with Bridge and Clodagh. So that was in the start of February time, so we were looking to link up and do a partnership and see what Mary Harps and the John Mitchells can do. Unfortunately, due to the COVID-19, things have speeded up, so we had Zoom meetings along with Shona McGonigal, who's at the ladies, and we just said we'd like to help whatever way possible. So I got in contact with Richie Barry from Wolf Tones as well, saying if they want to get involved. So at the moment we've got a group together of 47 members, so basically whatever Clodagh, Mooring or Bridge want us to do, we'll help out. And in the future, we'll help out whatever they needed when this is over.
I'm here representing John Mitchell's Football Club. It's through the club that I'm involved with this project, which is basically helping vulnerable people in and around Liverpool. Me and my friend have been, my housemate actually, have been just going to the shops and basically shopping for them and taking it to the house.
I play for John Mitchell's over here in Liverpool, which has given us the opportunity to work with the Cara project over in the Irish Centre and the Irish Community. So it's been great. We've had so many people get involved with it, and from the get-go it's been very encouraging and an overall great project.
I'm currently playing ladies Gaelic football here in Liverpool for John Mitchell's Ladies. I am also the PRO for the Ladies Club, which is the Public Relations Officer. I have got involved in the Cara project through the chairman of the men's club, which is Paddy Murphy. He's approached me on the side of promoting the Cara project. So from that, I had to be heavily involved from the get-go in order to try and help the Cara girls set up this project in Liverpool here. So we have been having weekly meetings over Zoom, and I have also been helping volunteer with doing vulnerable people shopping throughout Liverpool.
It's wonderful to see so many great people involved in all those groups, and I'm delighted to see so many young people getting involved in supporting our older generation Irish people right across the Northwest. We're going to take a little break there. See you in a few minutes.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
IJK's Scrap Metal, Manchester. We provide payment for scrap metal, removal and disposal of cars and abandoned vehicles. A weighbridge facility, authorised treatment facility, recycling and waste management. Full compliance with all legal requirements. IJK Scrap Metal Manchester, a friendly, professional and reliable service.
Supreme Upholstery Limited is a manufacturer of quality bespoke upholstered furniture. Come along with your ideas for that perfect sofa to fit your home and let Supreme bring your ideas to fruition. We also offer a service to the contract market, including large hotel groups and small family-run business. No matter how large or how small your order, you will always get that personal service from our sales team. Come along and visit our showroom.
The Warrington Irish Club, 83 Orford Lane, Warrington. A friendly and welcoming club keeping the Irish culture alive. We have Irish and country music every Saturday night, tribute nights, race nights, charity nights and karaoke. All live sports shown on the big screens. We have snooker, dominoes and Crown Green bowling teams along with arts and crafts. Pop in for a friendly welcome and to book your event at the Warrington Irish Club, give Frank a call.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
Buckhurst Plant Hire, operating nationwide and supplying equipment to the construction, civil engineering and utility industries. Buckhurst is synonymous with quality equipment and excellent service. Call us today.
IJK's Scrap Metal, Manchester. We provide payment for scrap metal, removal and disposal of cars and abandoned vehicles. A weighbridge facility, authorised treatment facility, recycling and waste management. Full compliance with all legal requirements. IJK Scrap Metal Manchester, a friendly, professional and reliable service.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
Welcome back. Now, over the last few weeks, we've been trying to show you at home all the wonderful work that's been done right around the UK to support the Irish community who are on lockdown. Now, this week, we've been visiting Stephen Davis at St Finbarrs GAA Club in Coventry, along with some of his club members. And they're providing a great service for the Irish community in Coventry.
Never thought I'd see the day when I can't shake your hand. It's something that I'd love to do. I hope you understand.
About 4 to 5 weeks ago, we started a project, Finbar's Engagement in the Community. It was about doing the right thing. We're a community club and we wanted to support our community. Some people are finding it more challenging than others. Just hearing some of the stories. I did a phone call to Danny Coleman and a few of the members of the committee, and we said, right, let's step up, let's do the right thing. Morrison's have really been supportive and helped us with the increased demand from the community. Every week we go to Morrison's, they provide bags, they provide perishable, non-perishable foods, so we can cater for the elderly and vulnerable families, because it differs what we put in the bags. And Dave, the community guy, and Veronica, they've been amazing in their support.
Now, I know at Easter time you delivered around about 300 Easter eggs, and you also visited Leicester Royal Infirmary and a few more places. Tell me about that.
With it being Easter, we were donated again by Morrison's, by local school Cardinal Newman, Easter eggs. So what we decided to do was to give them out to the community. So there were people who we knew were key workers, so we drove in the minibus and handed out the Easter eggs for their children. On top of that, we dropped them off at the local police station, because a friend of mine is a sergeant, and also again the local hospital. Since this crisis started, a few of us volunteered at the Trussell Trust. We go in on a Tuesday morning and a Thursday morning. There's myself, there's Molly and Alliyah, who are both Gaelic football players, and since we've started there, we've also had people who've also volunteered to from the Trussell Trust. They've started to come here on a Friday to volunteer because they wanted, again, like us, do the right thing and support their community. About 2 weeks ago, I had Simon McCarthy from the Coventry Irish Society. He contacted me and said, you know, what we were doing was fantastic. We started talking about the mental well-being of, you know, the isolated, because, you know, they're indoors. You know, some may not have gardens. So we were thinking about how we could be proactive. So being proactive is we thought, right, let's get some literature out for them, some contact numbers. So if they're feeling at any time isolated, they can speak to myself or Simon from the Coventry Irish Society. On top of that, we've also done a joint application for funding. So this is not a short-term situation, and what we want to do is continue this for the next 6 months, next year if possible, because as I said, we've got short, medium and long-term plan. And the key thing is, with a lot of these isolated elders, they're indoors for 12, they've been indoors isolating for 12 weeks. So what we also want to do is we want to have a programme where we can sort of reintegrate them back into normality, because some of them are going to be anxious, some of them are going to be apprehensive because they've been indoors. So we're going to tailor a package where they can come down to Finbar's on a Friday, they can have a tea and coffee morning and do some bingo activities. So it's that gradual easing back into the normality once all this is over.
Tell me a little bit about your involvement with St Finbarrs GAA.
It started over 4 years ago. My son started playing, something to complement his rugby. He started playing, I think, from under 10s, Paul Fennell's team. And we went on tour in 2016 to Kilmore Quay. And the club was supportive in everything. They were amazing, couldn't fault it. And I thought, this is the sort of club I'd like to be involved in. Here at Finbar's, we find it really important that we sort of reinvest in our juvenile section. So we have a sports leader programme that we run where, they, with Positive Youth and Learfield Lions, where they get a accredited award.
Tell us how people can drop off food and when you're open and available for drop-offs.
At the moment, we're doing this on a Friday between the hours of 9 a.m. and 12 noon. They can come, they can kindly donate food, but also there's a GoFundMe page where if they can't make it down to the club on a Friday, they can kindly donate that way too.
So when I tell you stay away, I don't mean to offend. It's because I care for you, you know you are my friend. All of this together, you and I.
Alliyah, tell me, how did you get involved with all this great work that's been done here by St Finbarrs?
Well, Stephen's a family friend. He's asked us if he mentioned it to us, and I offered to volunteer. I wanted to give something back to the community, so I just wanted to help him out and see what we can get done. And obviously we've increased the packages each week with the amount of donations we're getting. So. And
Molly, tell me a little bit about your involvement.
So I've been involved through Stephen as well, obviously he's a family friend. So on a Monday we all go shopping together, and we buy the food that we need that we've been lacking from the week before. And then on a Friday we pack the food parcels, making sure we have the 2 metre distance between everyone. And then we go out in the minibus and we deliver to the local community.
Obviously it takes a lot of your time as well. Have you got something out of this? Have you enjoyed it?
I've really, really enjoyed it. It's nice being able to go to the elderly and give them a bit back to what, they've helped us in the past, and and they're helping us get where we are now, and giving them something back and seeing their face, and even just talking to them, because they're being obviously lonely on their own. We've had them say they're missing their grandchildren, and we just go and spend, at a safe distance, just go and spend a bit of time with them and talk to them.
And of course, loneliness is a big thing with people that's isolated, and people have been in now for 12 weeks or more. So it's, I'm sure they're delighted to see the food coming, to see the deliveries coming, to see your smiling faces coming.
Yeah, definitely. One of the ladies crocheted us some hearts that me and Olivia really, really liked, and I've put mine in my car, and I know Olivia's put hers in her bedroom. And that was just the fact that she'd given us something so small and simple, was so caring and kind, and it made us feel good in ourselves, because obviously we were giving something back to the community and it was being recognised.
Now you both play football here with St Finbarrs. Tell me a little bit about your football in here and how long you've played with the club.
So we've both been here for a few years now. Football's been a big part of our life, especially with the friendship side, so we've made a lot of friends from it.
And will you be here all day today now?
Yeah, so our next plan, we've been here since 9 o'clock this morning. We packed about 100 packages for the elderly, the vulnerable, and then the families on top of that. Our next plan now is to get in the minibus and go and deliver them to people's houses.
All of this together, you and I. Stay home, stay alive.
Vera, lovely to meet you today. And how are you keeping with this lockdown?
I'm absolutely fine. I've got a big garden and I garden quite a lot, so I'm fine. But on dreary days I get a bit fed up, you know.
Yeah.
I'd like to get out.
And of course that's a great Tyrone accent you've got. So when were you back in Tyrone?
Well, I do go over quite often, a couple of times a year, but of course not recently. I haven't been in the last couple of months because of the thing. And sometimes I go to County Derry too because I have a sister there, a family there, you know.
Now, St Finbarrs GAA Club, they're doing wonderful work in the community, dropping off food to people that's in the lockdown, and this is good service for you.
Absolutely, and those boys are so good who come round and they always see if there's anything else they can do, and they're really good, you know. My late husband has been dead a long time now, but he was a Finbarrs man. He played sport for them, and we used to go to the old St Finbarrs Club. He wasn't around for the new one.
Do you find this helpful now?
Of course it is. It's nice to see the boys coming as well, you know. It is. I do like it very much.
Yeah, and of course loneliness is the big thing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. As I say, most of the time I'm all right, and I have 2 daughters who live in Coventry and they do come quite a lot. But when they're not here it's lonely, you know.
Yeah.
And especially when I can't go to them.
Stay alive.
It's great to see the GAA clubs getting involved in so much wonderful community work, and well done to everybody at St Finbarrs GAA in Coventry. And it was great to meet you all again. Now, it's not always we have 2 world champions on our show, but tonight we have, because Alliyah Hare, she dances with the Scanlon School of Irish Dancing in Birmingham, and she's a world champion many times. And David Geaney, he's also a world champion many times and has been the lead dancer in many shows during 2018. Take a look at this. Weren't they absolutely fantastic? Thank you, Alliyah and David. Well done, and hope to see you soon. Now that brings us to the end of the show for this week. Don't forget Henry McGlade is back with his show from County Bio next Thursday evening at 7 o'clock, and we are here with the Irish in the UK at 7:30. Until then, take care of yourselves and we'll see you next week.